Right, it's now time for data points. Like I told you, about 153,000 students are expected to be allocated places in public universities by different institutions that are managing that, and the HELB, that is the Higher Education Loans Board, is working on the applications so far received. Let's take a look at what some of those considerations will be. So as they look at how much every learner should be allocated in terms of scholarship, the loan, as well as the upkeep they should receive, they'll be looking at the family economic background in terms of the income that they have, affirmative action, should they be persons with disabilities or persons that also consider the question of marital status. Socio-demographic data will also be looked at, as well as a family education expenditure, meaning if one has siblings that are also in different levels of education, that would be a factor. So there are 5 bands that the institutions, including Higher Education Loans Board, have identified. The first band is for families that whose income is up to 5,995 shillings. The second band, monthly income of up to 23,670. The third band is families that earn up to 70,000 shillings every month. Band 4, 120,000 shillings is the maximum income every month, and then families whose income is more than 120,000 shillings are in band 5. I'll be showing you how that will be varying. For instance, in band 1, remember about the 5,000, just under 6,000 shillings of income, the government scholarship will be up to 70%. The loan will be 25%, which is the lowest amount of loan, and then the family will be contributing 5%. So if you do the math, then that tells you that loan plus the government scholarship will be 95%, and the families will be contributing up to 5%. This is an important number because the upkeep that will come from the Higher Education Loans Board, which will be a loan, will be 60,000 for the poorest of families. The second band is that families that earn up to 23,000 shillings, the 60% is the government scholarship, 30% is a loan from HELB, and 10% is what families will be expected to raise for that learner, and upkeep will be up to 55,000 shillings. For the third band of families that earn up to 70,000 shillings, the government scholarship will be half of it, which is 50% of the total cost of the course. Then 30% to be the loan, and families will contribute up to 20%, and the upkeep allocation will be 50,000. Again, that is a loan. Band 4 for families that earn up to 120,000 shillings, 40% is the government allocation of a scholarship, 30% is the loan, and 30% again is what the family will be expected to contribute, and 45,000 is the upkeep, again in form of a loan. For the wealthiest that earn more than 120,000 shillings every month, the government scholarship will be just 30%, the loan will be 30%, that in total will be 60%, and therefore the balance of 40% will be catered for by the family. The upkeep allocation will be 40,000 shillings. Let's take an example of a program at Moi University. If you're studying medicine and the cost is 612,000 shillings every year, that is how different cadres of those bands will be paying, including the family that is the poorest family that makes less than 6,000 shillings every month. They'll be paying up to 30,000 in a year, meaning it's about 15,000 if it's a 2-semester program. And then the loan, which is this amount of 153,000, it will come to 918,000 shillings for the 6-year course. But of course, that does not include the upkeep, which is 60,000 shillings every year. And then that's how it flows up to the band 5, the wealthiest. They'll be paying 244,800 shillings from the family every year. So every semester would be about 122,000 shillings, and the loan will be a total of 1.1 million shillings. Let's take a look at another program at university. This is Bachelor of Education Arts at Kisii University. It costs 283,000. So the different bands, the allocations for the scholarship, you can see them there. The loans are based on the percentages, and then the families, the poorest family will pay 14,157 shillings every year, which is just over 7,000 shillings every the semester, and the loan will be totaling to 283,000 shillings. And then, so the wealthiest that is studying education arts in Kisii University, the family will pay 113,000 shillings, 254 shillings, and therefore the loan will just be over 339,000 shillings. Let's take a look at one of the cheapest programs, which is a Bachelor of Arts at a cost of 122,000 shillings for, rather 122,400 shillings. So the scholarship for the government will cater for different bands as indicated, and therefore the family that is the poorest will be paying 6,120 shillings. And for the band 2, this is the family that earns up to 23,000, they'll be paying up to 12,000 shillings, which is 6,000 shillings every other semester. So therefore you can see that the loans also will be up to 146,000 shillings every year. Or rather for the 4-year program. Then if you have to look at the different bands, remember that you've categorized based on the socioeconomic factors. So the HELB is saying that in band 1, families that earn up to 6,000 shillings are just about 18%, and the families that earn up to 120,000 shillings are 42%, and the families that earn up to more than 120,000 shillings is just about 8%. And that is the figures that are shown there, including band 3, which is for families that earn up to 70%, or rather 70,000 shillings, are just about 18%. And that is data point for this week.